Hi everyone, this is LAR Games, and today I'm watching the very first episode of Maou no Futekigousha, or Misfit at Demon King Academy, I think. I never expected this to get an anime, actually. I read a little bit of the manga because it had just come out, and I caught up to the translation incredibly fast because there wasn't much at the time, but I did really enjoy what I saw. So I'm very interested to see, how far the anime gets because while I'm not going to be blind to the things that happen early on, it's probably going to go past where I was in the manga. So I'm excited to see, what happens after I caught up. So, yeah, it was only a couple of chapters at the time, like 4, I think. So I only got to see like 2 heroines, but I feel like there's going to be a lot more in the anime. So I don't really have to explain what this show is about because if you're watching my reaction, I assume you've already seen it. And then you're just watching to see my opinions of it. So let's just get started. Oh yeah, I'm excited for this. I love this. I love OP main characters so much. Especially this one is really fun. I didn't remember it being this dark in the beginning, but I guess we'll see. And by dark, I mean like the lighting. It's playing it all dramatic and stuff. Of course, it already skipped a lot just in that part. Like it already skipped all the intro. That's a little disappointing. The manga starts off with the main character's perspective. No, that voice is alright for him. If you're right here in the manga, you already know what he's capable of, pretty much. It is a bit odd. I really don't like when they do that. I wonder if they're going to do a flashback and show his perspective. They usually do that, but if not, that'd be weird. He just comes off as cocky for no reason if you don't have his backstory. The effects look nice. Hmm. It's not making him seem as powerful as it did in the manga, I feel. I'm already doubtful of this adaptation. This is moving like light speed. What the heck? Why is it moving so fast? It's skipped so many explanations and so much backstory already. This is a bit, huh? They better flash back at least a little bit because this is a little ridiculous. This is almost like a summary. I'm sure the source is I think it's a light novel, but I think when I went to go read it, it wasn't translated and the manga was, so I only was able to read the manga. Considering how quick this was done, you don't really feel that this guy deserves it all. Like he was a, it feels like overkill here, but in the manga, it does feel like it feels much better when he's beaten down because you saw him a lot longer and were able to be annoyed by him. But this guy literally showed up and just got decimated, which is pretty much still the same case in the source, but or in the manga, but like this is even more. This gives even more a feeling of being unwarranted. See, if you had his backstory, which was slightly mentioned in the beginning, slightly, you'll understand just the scale of his power, and these things that he's doing would make more sense. They haven't explained any of that either, so you don't really know anything. I guess they're not really explaining this either. Oh yeah, this one's pretty funny. I wonder why they're not showing any of his thoughts. in the manga, I remember him thinking that there was something wrong with the questions. They also haven't explained his parents are like, oh my god, there's so much that they haven't even covered. Why haven't they flashed back to it? I'm not going to say anything yet because they might show it, but if they don't do it this episode, then I'd be very confused. Also, they've barely bonded at all, and he's already bringing her to his house. This is way too fast. His parents are pretty dumb, but also really funny. I guess they're going to leave all that stuff as a surprise, maybe. Oh, no, they just flash back to stills. Why? I'm really disappointed right now. They're just. Uh, yeah, they're not doing this well whatsoever. They. I wasn't even expecting much from this adaptation, but they're still ruining it. So, since they barely cover it, I might as well explain. Uh, the novel starts with him before and then reincarnating, and then he finds himself being born, and then already at like basically infant age, he ages himself up, and they're super surprised, and he's like, "All right, I'm going to school now," and it's hilarious. But he also takes note of like everyone around him and like how the world has changed and how there's like mistakes in the history and stuff like that. But this is God. That's all before he even goes to the school. Granted, even that, how they did it, the joke was that it's kind of like fast forwarding through all the other kinds of reincarnation things that there are, like the reincarnation stories. So that's what makes it funny. But they actually skipped it this time in the anime, and that kind of removes the entire humor of it. Good thing they were in the exact center of a nice open space for that to happen. Why do you wait to this point to do that? That looks really cool, though. There's a lot more. There's a lot more fun when you have seen who he was and how he got here. I don't know why they would skip the setup for the punchlines. I really don't. That was pretty cool too. Yo, was that the body of the brother? No, he brought him back again. Oh, you already did it. This is quite nice looking effects. Did they really skip everything just for the setup of this ending? Oh, that was pretty bad. I'm very disappointed. I'm still gonna watch it. She's best girl, by the way. Well, out of the two that I know. I wonder if there's anything after. Alright, let's see. Oh, he's got the Chuny gloves. I see some potential heroines in there. Alright, well. Oh, I should have used that font. Oh well. That was not a good adaptation. Why does anime, whenever they adapt anything, just skip the setup and not even like manga does this too a lot. Whenever they adapt light novels, they start with something that happens after and then flash back to the actual start of the story. Why do they do that? I don't get it. Of course, this didn't even do that. This just skipped and then it flashed back in like still images, like a single still or like two still images. And there, it was done explaining. That is not good. I'm not going to expect it to be done well anymore, but I'm still looking forward to seeing what happens. Because maybe, hopefully, in this time, since I actually read the manga, the actual source, the light novel, has been translated at least somewhat, and it's ahead. But if not, I'm just gonna have to keep waiting until eventually it does, because I want to get the actual, story, the things that happen in between all that stuff that's skipped, all the setup, all the explanation. You need that, because otherwise, it's just summarizing it. Well, all right. I guess I'll wait for the next one to see more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.